Welcome to Math 300 with the Math 95 co-requisite. I'm making a series of these videos right up front just to make sure that you're acclimated with how different things work. And so this one's devoted to the Math 95 portion of our course. If you read this opening page that's here as you enter our Canvas page, it talks about how the Math 95 curriculum is been interwoven throughout the Math 300 course. And if you read the syllabus, it talks about how, if I click on assignments, it will show it even clearer, that the Math 95 portion of this course is doing these different skills checks and skills review homework. There's one associated with each chapter that we're going to be studying. So chapter 11 is over probability, chapter 12 is basic statistics, chapter 13 is financial mathematics, and chapter 3 is logic. And so right at the beginning of each one of these chapters, we're going to have you go through a skills review. So these are skills that they think are prerequisite skills that you should know that would be beneficial for you to recall as you go through the current work. And so each one of those is at the beginning of a new chapter as we start it, and give you a couple weeks or so, week or two, to go through and take the skills check quiz and do the skills check homework. And so it is like that. With each chapter there's a quiz associated with it. So it is a quiz or a test. It's not timed, and you can actually come back and do it anytime up and through the due date of January 29th. Now you want to make sure you get it done before January 29th, because whatever you do on this skills check quiz, that will feed the skills review homework. So if you do really well on this skills check, it happens where students don't have any skills review homework. They're just given full credit for the skills review homework with no additional problems to do. If you do somewhat well, it gives you a few problems to do, and the problems that it assigns are in the skills that they feel that you need more practice on. So the skills check is just there to check what you know. If you know everything, doesn't assign much, if anything. And if there's gaps, then it assigns you problems based upon those gaps. And so I wanted to make sure that you knew how that interface was going to work. So if I go here to modules, you're going to start with the chapter 11 skills check, right? And so you'll click on that, and there's some things I want to talk to you about to ease your apprehension. I've alluded to a little bit. First is its due date isn't right away. It's in that first module, and I want you to try to do it as soon as you can, but I'm giving you some time to complete it. The second is it talks about a test. Now, I kind of went in here and tried it out before starting this video, so it knows that I've started the test, so it wants me to finish it. But my point in sharing that with you right now is twofold. One, to talk about why it says finish the test. When you first go in, it will say start the test. Now, I started it, left it, and came back right now, and it's going to give me an unlimited number of attempts at this. Right? So we want you to get in there and do the best that you can. But you need to submit it so that it can feed that skills review homework. So if I go back and give you a picture of what's on this exam, or this skills check, you got some fraction subtraction right away with some crazy denominators. Then this question 2 is one that I tried answering. So I'm not sure. Sometimes that happens where it momentarily can't connect. But here, I went ahead and I answered the question, right? So the question was 5 6 times 1826. I knew I could do the cross cancellation and get a 3 up top here and a 5 on the bottom. So that's what I committed to as my answer. Now, I'm never going to be able to know whether that's right or not until I hit submit quiz. It's a little bit different from the homework. The homework will tell you immediately whether you got something right or wrong. This one I realized my denominators are the same, so I'm like, oh, that's easy. That's 6 over the 12, but 6/12 reduced to 1/2, so that's what I'm committing to. Now I could come and change those too. Everything's changeable until I hit submit quiz. You can see here I'm doing a division type of problem. Let's see so it stays in here. So here's another addition problem, so you can see what we do. This is 10/17 plus 4/17. Sometimes it's hard to work in these small windows. And so I will make a video on how to put that together. I'm sorry, how to do homework in a big screen. And so here I think you can just type in 10 plus 4 is 14 over the common 17. And as I put a divide symbol in there, you can see that I have my 14th, 17ths in there, and I can click next. And then another multiplication problem. I just want to be careful here, write it in lowest terms, and I just do my best. Right? 12 divided by 5/4. Oh, I remember I flipped that second fraction. So now I have 12 times 4/5. I'm sorry, 5/4. And the 4 will go into the 12 3 times 5. And I could say, hey, that's 15, right? May need some paper in there. I may rethink about that and not commit to that answer a little bit later, change it. So if I were to leave right now, it's going to give me a message saying, hey, your changes may not have been saved, but they're always saved. So if I go into my modules again and go to my 11 integrated review, all those problems that I just completed will be marked as complete. Well, those answers will be there. So when I'm ready to submit the quiz, I'm going to hit that submit quiz button. So if I go back in to finish the test, I think you can click on this and hop to questions. Maybe not. Used to be able to. But you knew question 2 and question 3 were already saved. And sometimes it gets a little bit slow. So be patient with this system. But everything, my promise to you is everything that we've done will be saved. And so when you're ready to submit the quiz, you click that and it will tell you what you got right or what you got wrong. What I pay attention to is the homework review, the skills review homework. And so as this is finished, you want to go to that skills review homework.